What's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 2. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so Monique, the show opens with her. She's getting new furniture for her new home. She's been super busy with that, but she also says that it's time to take a little break, have some champagne with old Karen, the grande dame, okay? She's going to come out there and visit her. And Karen pulls up in I don't know what kind of car it was. Was it an Aston Martin? It was $100,000 car is what they said, okay? And when Karen got her ass out that damn car, and she had on this Adidas jumpsuit, I was like, although Karen looks really good, her body is very nice for her age. I was just like, girl, that's a little too young. That's a little too young. But that's neither here nor there. They go in the house and Karen is saying, how proud she is of Monique's home. I'm really trying to understand the styling. Now, the house itself kind of has like this lodge look. It has large stones in there. It's very much a brown and tans and, neutral colors. But it kind of gives you that smoky in the mountains kind of feel to it. And then she's got all of these fixtures and shit that's very much modern and, silvers. And I was just like, girl, who put this shit together? Now, it looks really nice. However, the house itself looks like you might need to do some updating because them stones and this glass, that shit don't match. But, Monique says she loves it, and Karen says she loves it too, so I guess that's neither here nor there, child. This fish tank, she's named some fish after the girls, and even one of the grande dame is a shark at the bottom, she takes over and she forces everybody away from their food and all that. Karen is so tickled. This shark and myself have a lot in common. I will eat you alive if you fuck with me. And if you fuck with my family, I will bring you back to life to eat you again. But you know what? They sit down so Monique can fake care about Karen's problems. So how are you? Are you worried? Karen says, yes, I'm worried for Uncle Jessup. Okay, that's Uncle Jessup's business. So yes, I definitely am worried for him. What wife wouldn't be? Karen is just happy that Monique is not judging her. I said, oh, that's what you think, Karen. It's one thing to be supportive and another thing to be a gossipy bitch. Because she's still pissed that Robyn, said what she said and how she had talked to the girls and, everybody felt like she was lying. Monique was just like, well, how did you not know? Karen says, well, Monique, do you have your own account? Monique says, no. They share accounts. Well, I have never shared accounts with Uncle Jessup. And I was just like, yeah, I haven't either. I mean, I've told you guys this plenty of times. When my husband and I first got married, we tried to share accounts for a couple of weeks. And this was before ATM, everybody was using debit cards and they would charge you every time you use your card like $1. And my husband was good at using that fucking card all the time. And I was like, nigga, what the fuck? We don't have a problem for real. You keep on using this damn card. And child, I talked to my mama and my mama was like, well, what you guys gotta have accounts together for? You guys figure out the bills and you guys do it that way, but you guys keep your own separate accounts. And I was like, you know what? You are fucking right. Why am I putting myself through this? At the most 1 month at the very beginning. 20 years later, we still both have our own accounts. Okay, if we're gonna save money, we'll save it together. But as far as the daily in and out usage of checking accounts and everything, oh no. No. So that made sense to me. And you do what works best for you. Some people, like to have their accounts together like that, and that's fine too. It just didn't work for us. Anyway, like I said, Karen is mad that Robyn told everybody. Robyn knows better. All of the stuff that I have heard about Juan, what people have said about Juan, I would never tell her. And the one time I let Robyn close enough to me, she betrays me. I said, Karen, did you forget about the confrontation that you and Robyn had when you was getting your hair done and you guys was out? Where were they? And how Robyn came down there, they had then gassed her head up and told her to go down there and confront Karen. Okay, Charisse. Thank God she's not on this show. So I was just like, what made you think that you could trust Robyn really anyway? Karen says she better be careful because, you come at her, she will claw her ass like a fucking wolf. You don't want it with Miss Karen Huger. And poor Karen Like I told you guys last week, they're going to give Karen the blues. And I guess Karen kind of does deserve it a little bit. She came on the show, you know, all about the pomp and circumstances. You know, it was all about, what was the word? The etiquette and lineage and, you know, what you do and don't do in Potomac, and she gave everybody grief about that. And so people don't forget these things easily. So that's why they're giving it. To me, it's still overkill, but, you know, like I said, we got a show to shoot, so this is where we are. She's going through a tough time in life, but I expect them to support me and ask me if there's anything that they can do, but instead, they have disappointed me on every level. So she has decided that she's going to call the girls, you know, and let them know that she's going to have a conference, you know, so that way we can get it all out on the table and discuss it. She calls Gizelle first, tells Gizelle to let the other girls know, but then she also calls Robyn. We need to have a press conference, a meeting, whatever you want to call it. Can you do that? Robyn and Gizelle says, oh yeah, we can do that for sure. Gizelle drove down to Robyn's home, her town home. Remember I told you guys that, you know, the money is coming in now for old brother Juan. He's a coach somewhere, Potter's University, I think that's what they said. Now that they're making the big bucks, they about to move. Okay, Gizelle talks about how fucking far she lives. I think they said she lives in Hanover. Like I said, I don't really know how far that is from where everybody else is, but they're moving. But they're not moving from Hanover back to closer to Potomac. They're just moving down the street. They staying in the fucking same development. They just getting a bigger townhome. I said, girl, you act like you was really fixing to do a whole lot with this money, and you just got an extra 400 square feet. But hey, if they like it, I love it. They get to talking about Karen and how Karen was so upset that Robyn had confronted her about it. You know, Robyn likes to get the kudos and the accolades. Shout out to Nene from Gizelle. And how Karen threw out the, you know, you have to make millions to owe millions, which honestly is the truth. Those are definitely millionaire problems if you ask me. They decide that Karen will never come clean. Again, why is it so important to you guys? But whatever. Moving day comes. Robyn, she remembers the days of when she had money and she used to be able to pay people to come and move their homes. But hey, it's a different day, a different age. You know, they got their friends there helping the boys, whatever. While she's there, she's reminiscing, going down memory lane. I said, girl, don't do it. It's a slippery slope. You know, showing Juan their old wedding gifts and when they used to be in love and in a different place. I was just like, why do you open yourself up to this kind of criticism, Robyn? Okay. Robyn starts to explain to us how, you know, people don't understand her relationship with Juan, okay, namely Ashley, you know, Ashley and Karen and all the rest of they married into money, okay, so they don't know anything about, you know, getting a man and losing all the money and trying to get the money back, you know, trying to build up a man that might have been weak in certain ways, and, you know, they don't know nothing about that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all of this would be real nice, okay? Because, yes, women need to hold up their man when they can. Okay, I think we would all agree on that, but y'all not really together. I mean, you say you're together, y'all sleeping together, you fucking or whatever, and you stay and live together, but you're divorced and you're not in love with each other, and you're saying that. I mean, it still seems like it's open to if Juan want to go somewhere, he can, and, you know, you too, even though I don't think that either of them are. But, you know, it's just like all of this talking about building up this man, and child, what you better be careful. You might be building a nigga up for somebody else. Honey, women do it all the time. I done seen plenty of men. Honey, they done got all of the positives of their woman, and then they move on, and honey, they upgrade to somebody else. And now all of a sudden they this perfect nigga for this new bitch. And you sitting over here just as while you was doing all this fucking building. I hope Robyn don't learn the hard way, but child, we can't tell her neither way anyway. She don't want nobody to speak on her life. All right. Now we see Gizelle in a cute little scene with her new beau, Sherman. Sherman seems nice enough, so I'm not going to go off and go on about the obvious about Sherman. What I will say is Gizelle definitely looks at the inside of the person, and I mean, Sherman is not ugly. I just wouldn't have thought that Sherman and Gizelle, like, I bet you there's a whole bunch of niggas out there that really tried to step to Gizelle at one time but was intimidated by her looks. I bet you they all was like, damn, I had a shot. I just kept on looking at the two of them. I was just like, now this is something. That Sherman must be a good dude. They go to the winery and, it's cute. You know, you can really tell out of all of the times that we've seen Gizelle see these other guys that she actually likes him. Actually, she loves him and she says it freely and says she loves his kids and all that. So I was like, this one will work. I'm happy for Gizelle because you can tell that she's in a different space. I'm telling you, sometimes that DICK child, it will change your whole perspective. We have seen it time and time again, how they settle the fuck down when they get a man in their fucking life. So the scene was cute. You know, they was out at the winery and, you just it just gave you the feel that them two really do love each other. So I'm happy for Gizelle. Then Ashley at her restaurant. They say that the restaurant is in the black. I guess going on 3 seasons of the show has helped the restaurant. And as far as their relationship, they're trying to mend it. She's optimistic. Now she's having this socialized brunch. I think it's called a bliss brunch for all her, women of stature in the community. She has all the women there and they're supposed to be the who's and whatnot. Okay, she has Monique come. And she also has her friend Candice come. Candice is a new housewife. Ooh, Candice is gonna be something. I'm not quite sure how to peg Candice just yet, but it was a whole bunch of Monique and Candice like, hey, and I was just like, ooh. Monique talked too much, and Candice looked like she gonna try to keep up with Monique as well. But they have a lot in common, okay? Candice sings, Monique raps. Candice graduated from Howard. Monique's sister graduated from Howard. So we'll see how their friendship with Candice and Monique and really the rest of the girls, even Ashley was just like, they talking like a whole bunch of little chihuahuas, just yip, 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 yip. Monique tries to warn Candice on the fakeness of the girls. You're part of these girls now too, Monique. I still like Monique, but I'm gonna get tired real quickly on her bragging. I didn't think that she was bragging so much last season, but now we know for sure that you got it, so you don't need to keep saying it. So if she does, then I am gonna have a problem with her braggadocious nature. And just finding out more about Candice, we see her with her man. I did not expect him to be white. Not that it matters, but she used to be in the pageant world. That's how Ashley got to know her from the beginning. Candice tells us how, it was all about, her family had money and, they were affluent and she's, like I said, she was in the pageant world and her parents were together and her man, what was his name? Her husband, soon to be husband. He wasn't about that life, okay? A broken family, been married 2 or 3 times, got a couple of baby mamas, kids, all of that. So they from a different space and place in their lives, but somehow they have found love together and they gonna make it work. I was like, child, don't let her be another one of that one that left. What was that child's name? I can't even think of her name. We gonna see what goes on with Candice. But let's get to Karen's conference. So we see Karen, she's at this room that she's rented. She only has water and nuts there for the girls. Ain't no food and nothing, okay? This is a conference. She's got her white guy friend. I wasn't sure if he was her lawyer or what. She kept on calling him her assistant. I was like, what? And I guess he was there to try to keep everybody in line and keep the stories together. Again, I thought maybe it was her lawyer and that he was going to be telling her when she was saying too much. But, okay, so she's setting up for this conference. We see Gizelle and Robyn getting ready to go down there. Gizelle has on a t-shirt that says, support the Hugers and, free Karen and tax reform and all of this, hashtags all over it. I was just like, okay, if she's in a joking mood, then that won't offend her. But again, Karen just was like, Uncle Jessup and I have been attacked by these girls and I don't understand why. So let's all sit down. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the girls get there. Ashley gets there first, then Monique. They are like, oh, this is all we got is water and nuts. That's all you getting. Gizelle and Robyn show up. Okay, Ace Boon Coons, and Gizelle has on her t-shirt unless Karen sees it. And Karen doesn't get mad. So I was like, well, maybe this is a good start. But when they sit down, Karen gets to business. So, I called this meeting because I was hurt by some of the comments that I saw that you guys were saying. I am not going to be into this gang mentality today. And if I get an inkling if that is what you guys are doing, then I am going to put an end to it. Okay, but Karen says she's going to answer some questions since you guys all seem to be so fucking pressed. They all want to know who the white guy is. Don't worry about who the white guy is. Like I said, we here to talk about what you guys had so much to say in the blogs. So honey, Karen get to passing out paperwork, and it's the tweets that, Gizelle said to the shade room, and they got pen and paper there and all of this, she really want them to pinpoint exactly what their issues are and bring it to the table. Gizelle, are you a friend or not? And Gizelle says, I'm your friend. I wasn't really trying to be shady. It's just that the shade room had said some things and I was actually responding to what they said. Okay, but you was being shady. I mean, everybody was. I mean, that's just the name of the game when you're on these shows, right? So Robyn says, well, Karen, I want to be your friend. I do. But I can't be your friend if you don't tell me the truth. Help me help you. And I said, Robyn, who the fuck can you help? You can't even help your goddamn self. Shit. When they asked her was the move because of her tax business, and Karen says no, and they were like, see, you lying. We can't believe you. Karen is trying to explain to them that that's Uncle Jessup's business. It's his work business. Like I told Monique, I don't share accounts with them. Well, they all were like, well, Monique shares accounts with Chris. Well, Monique doesn't work, so why wouldn't she share an account with Chris? Okay. Ashley shares accounts with Michael, and we see where the fuck that got Michael. And you weren't the breadwinner there. So really, you was coming up from sharing accounts with him and not vice versa. I know that's not the right way of saying it. I couldn't understand why they was trying to give her so much grief about that. I guess people just think that everybody that's married is supposed to have an account together. Like I said, it works, whatever works best for you. But then they wanted to know if Uncle Jessup told her. She was like, well, over the time he did mention something a long time ago, but he didn't say anything anymore. And I hadn't thought about it anymore. Yes, Karen was hemming and hawing. I mean, it's clear she kept on saying there's certain things that she can't say. So then they wanted to know, if they filed taxes together. And what the fuck? Now, you guys are really overstepping. Okay, don't ask me about my tax fucking records and I'm just sitting there listening to this conversation like you guys are so stupid. Okay, if you really think that this woman owes you this kind of explanation, now you asked her about the move in the house, really that should be it. You still don't believe what you want to believe? So you going through all this and filing together and joint and trying to put her up on game. If you file jointly or if you file married but separate, if you or head household or something, get the fuck out of my tax records, please. I was just like, Karen, you better than me. But Karen was just like, this is the last time that I'm going to talk about it. I am not going to sit here and feel like I have to owe you guys any sort of explanation about my life, Uncle Jessup's life, his business, anything. Ashley was like, well, I have one more question. Is Uncle Jessup going to be indicted? And she was like, well, let me ask you, did Michael get indicted for slinging his ding-a-ling all over Instagram? Child, why she say that? Ooh, that Ashley was so mad. Wait a minute, first of all, Michael was not on the Washington Post. Oh, well, he was in the blogs. That's good enough for what y'all talking about here, right? Okay. Ooh, that Ashley was mad, and I actually got a good little giggle because Ashley is so fucking messy, and she says what she want to say. Yeah, you can dish it, but you can't take it. I didn't even know all this shit about Michael, but, let Karen tell it. Well, he was over in London, and he was buying the men's all these gifts, on Grindr, Cartier and whatnot, but, I was like, yes, get under Ashley's skin, okay? And Ashley was mad and act like she wanted to fight. You can get your hands out of my face, and you can answer my question. I just asked if he was going to be indicted. Shut up, Ashley. Okay, as a matter of fact, everybody shut up. Karen has already said she ain't got to be telling y'all what her truth is. She done gave y'all the story. Y'all either gonna take it or leave it. Ooh, child, I've been talking forever. Let me get off of here. I'm at Zaxby's. Gonna get me something to eat and take it on back to work. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.